He was just a master teaching swordsmanship in the countryside, but every disciple he taught turned out to be incredibly skilled. At first, Jack thought it was just because of his own teaching ability, but he didn't know that even though he lived in the countryside, his swordsmanship had already reached an unparalleled level. He was even given the title of Sword Saint of the village. That's why his disciples were all stronger than the last. However, not long ago, he didn't know anything about this, because Jack had never left the countryside. He always thought his swordsmanship was average, just a little stronger than ordinary people. Inheriting his father's dojo was enough to make a living. His parents had always been waiting for grandchildren, but Jack couldn't even find a wife. Until one day, Mary suddenly came to visit, and everything changed. It turned out she was a disciple Jack had once taught, and now she was the leader of the Knights Order. She had come to ask Jack to be a special instructor for the Knights. She had already received the king's approval. Jack felt that his abilities weren't enough for the position, but the appointment had already been issued. If he disobeyed the order, while he wouldn't be killed, there would still be serious consequences. His father agreed on his behalf, telling him to go to the city and maybe find a wife while he was at it. Someone like Mary would be perfect. This made Jack very embarrassed, because he was old enough to be Mary's father. Even if he were looking for someone, he wouldn't choose someone so young. But he didn't notice Mary's expression at the time. Not long after, the two of them set off. At this point, Jack noticed Mary's weapon, and realized it was the farewell gift he had given her long ago. She was still using something made in the countryside. Mary said she really liked it, and Jack felt helpless. Clearly, in his disciples' eyes, the master would always be the strongest. Jack didn't understand why Mary recommended him to be an instructor.